Happy New Year, everyone. It's Lars with the Multi-Purpose Racer 2.0, and I'm coming to you before these next couple of videos to let you know that I had a bit of a technical issue while filming this footage that I didn't realize I had an issue until I sat down to try to edit these in the new year. I can't go back and film that footage again because I've already started modifying the suspension components, but I still think there's some good information in there that you guys would appreciate. There's going to be some vertical black lines in the footage, but everything still should be visible. So thank you for your patience. Everything has been fixed. There's not going to be any more technical issues, and let's get going. Thanks, everyone. Hey, everyone. It's Lars, and welcome back to the build of the Multi-Purpose Racer 2.0. In this episode, we're going to be doing a quick summary of what's going to be happening in the next few videos. Now, in the last video that I was here with you guys, we focused on the lightning of the harnesses. Now, I had a couple of other lightning projects to do when I thought it'd be fun to throw it out to the social media outlets and see what you guys wanted me to work on next. Now, I gave you the choice of lightening the doors, lightening the chassis, or getting started on the suspension. Now, without a shadow of a doubt, you guys asked for suspension. So that's what we're going to give you. Now, we're going to start on the rear of the Nissan, and we're going to work our way forward. Now, the rear of the Nissan Juke has a multi-link rear suspension, which consists of a trailing arm, a lower lateral link, an upper lateral link, an inboard spring, and an outboard shock. Now, we've already done a little bit of work to the car and performed a coilover setup on the car, which is basically took the rear spring and combined it with the rear shock in the same location. I'll show you how that all goes together and how that'll benefit us down the road. The next step forward, what we're going to be working on and focusing a lot of time on, is the rear lateral links. Now, I have a couple of the lateral links, I have both lateral links right here on the bench. These are from the Multi-Purpose Racer 1.0. You have the lower link and the upper link. They sit on the car just like this. And what we're going to be focusing on is these soft, spongy bushings right here, the two inboard bushings and the outboard bushings. And also looking at how we can strengthen these units up a little bit. There's stamped steel, there's some unfinished welds, there's some holes, and we're gonna see what we can do to change that up. After that, we're gonna focus on the trailing arm. Now, there's one big bushing in that trailing arm that is so soft and spongy under nominal G loads can change geometry and affect the handling of the Juke. After we get done with that, we're gonna move our way to the front of the car, and we're gonna focus on the lower control arm. The lower control arm in the front is pretty simple, just a couple of bushings and a ball joint, but we might box it in, see if we can increase the strength there too. Now, one thing I do want to add is that we are working with a company right now that specializes in bushings for about every manufacturer out there. And right now they don't have a kit for the Nissan Juke. We're going to be working with them very closely. As you can see, I've already started taking some notes and measurements on what is in the car and see if we can come up with a bushing kit, a complete bushing kit, front and rear, for the Nissan Juke. We're going to do the legwork here so you guys can enjoy it out there. The last thing that we're going to be covering with this video is kind of comparing a bone stock control arm like you see here to the next step, which is going to be a control arm or trailer arm with a improved bushing, or urethane bushing. And then comparing that to what a full race control arm would look like. Chromoly, rod ends, left-hand threads, right-hand threads, solid mounts inboard and outboards, and how that can benefit you further on down the road. So there's a lot of stuff to cover. I'm going to get started on it really soon. So I really thank you guys for joining me. We'll see you very soon. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you guys out at the racetrack. Take care, everyone.